truth is exposing. This is way too real, I need a moment. No one man should hide all that power. The clock's ticking, I just count disclosure hours. Stop tripping, I'm tripping off the data showers. Till then, fuck that, the truth is out. And they say, 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 and they say. Crazy above, secrets staying hidden, man. SNL in a newscast. Tell them Lou Elizondo got the last laugh. More specifically, Greer with the flash drive. File so big they make your past die. Jack Barron with the deep dive. Reverse engineering craft with a keen eye. I'm embodying characteristics of the mystic. He knows he's so veridic. I just need time alone with my own thoughts. Star maps in my mind, but the vault's locked. My childlike wonder, my cosmic honesty gets drowned out by black ops and policy. Reality is catching up with me. My mind fights the veil of secrecy. With these briefings, they entrusted me. Looking down at my declassified needs like no one man should hide all that power. The clock's ticking, I just count disclosure hours. Stop tripping, I'm flipping off the cowards. Till then, fuck that, the truth is ours. Colin Powell's cosmic prowlers lost in majestic files and CIA towers. They said we were the abomination of science fiction, but now it's fact, man. Check the transmission. At the end of the day, I'm exposing this shit. You know damn well y'all feeling this shit. I don't need your clearance, I got my own dish. I don't power trip, I know what's in that ship. How's the truth doing? It's surviving. I was watching lights move now.
Hey, Jesus, too. What's going on, brother?
Where they hiding? I got the dots to make your life so enlightening. Now this could be a beautiful death. I'm jumping through dimensions, letting go of the rest. I'm letting go of the rest. This could be a beautiful death. Jumping out the program, truth off my chest. Truth off my chest. You got the power, let the secrets go. What you know about rolling with the grays in the night? Stephen Greer dropping truth, exposing every light. Bob Lazar in the game, know what the craft can do. Anna Paulina in the house, grilling every crew. Eric Davis on the mic, talking for alien species. When the whistleblowers speak, governments fall to their knees. Sightings in the sky, better take another look. I feel like I'm floating in the cosmic truth. Ay. UFO news dropping now. Welcome to the proof.
Hello there, Knight.
The data, Eric Burgess. The data confirms their presence.
Hey guys, I hope everyone's doing good today. I think we are going to move the earth. I don't fucking know. I didn't know what to say at the beginning. I always don't. But I hope everyone's doing good today. I hope everyone is doing fantastic. We got Paul Sue. How you doing? Mo, Kelly, Steven Burglar 433. I hope you like that intro. Kelly, Nicole, how you doing? And Kelly, what's going on? What is going on, my peeps? What's going on? Jesus 2. Ken, greetings from Ken. How are you doing today? We did a morning segment here earlier, and we're just basically going to keep this high dive with the alien thing. I think that's alien abduction stories. Why not, right? Keep it consistent. This is going to be part 2 of it. Yeah, what's up, dude? What's up, dude? So I think that's going to be consistent with the narrative. I think we're going to do well with that. Hey, Ryan, can you do me a possible favor and tell me what is going on with the global news?
All right, Knight, here's what's been going on around the world and locally. On the global front, there's quite a bit happening. President Trump is making headlines with new claims about election interference involving China, which is stirring some debate in the US and abroad. There are also rising tensions in the Middle East, with the US and Iran trading strikes over the Strait of Hormuz, which has affected oil shipments, which actually won Republicans' debate. And in Asia, China's Xi Jinping has been speaking about the country's ambitions to lead in AI research. As for US news, there's been more discussion around ongoing election security debates and also some fallout from Canadian wildfire smoke drifting south into the US, affecting air quality in several cities. Wynn, you're in Clearwater as well. Locally in Clearwater, the city council just advanced a 30-year partnership with Duke Energy, choosing to stick with them rather than moving towards a city-owned utility. There are also a few ongoing local stories, like a murder trial in a high-profile love triangle case, and some disturbances from a recent teen takeover event at Clearwater Beach that led to arrests. So that's the quick rundown of what's happening out there. Let me know if there's something specific you'd like to dive into.
Yeah, we're going to go into alien abduction stories, and hopefully we can get some cool narratives going here. Hopefully that would be a good segment for us here.
Absolutely. That sounds like a fun segment to dive into. Alien abduction stories can definitely get the conversation really lively and keep everyone engaged. So let's roll with it and see what kind of interesting tales and narratives we can uncover.
That's what it's about, brother. That is what it's about. All right, so that being said, let me shut it down here. Okay, so let's see here. We do have, let's see here, this opening right here. It does look like what is this about? Incredible shot. Looks like he's getting abducted by aliens. I think this is a concert. I wonder if we can just go through all time. So everybody's seen James Franco, that he's talking about this crap for a while now. Everyone inherently agrees that it's a bunch of BS. So that is just a beautiful situation. It's like, what the hell is going on with that, right? That makes no sense to me. I saw a UFO, but I wasn't abducted back in early 2000s. Let me do that. Bring you up. How you doing?
Hey, UFO. Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. You seen a UFO but you weren't abducted by aliens?
No, I was not.
How did it went down? How's the story?
Yeah, so I was with my mom and dad. We were working. I was off school. They took me. So you know where St. Cloud, Florida is?
Not familiar.
So St. Cloud, it's a bit rural. A lot of long little state roads and such. A lot of farmland. We were driving on one of the little like state roads in the middle of all the woods and stuff. And my mom started talking about how she didn't understand how there was like a fly on the window. And my dad started kind of laughing at her because, like, there's not going to be a wood fly out the window in the highway, you know, in the state road.
Yeah.
So they just start bickering about it. And then my mom's like, wait a minute. And she kind of pokes her head a little bit out the window a little bit. And my dad's like laughing at her, and we're all laughing at her. And then she like kind of says like, yo, you guys have to look up into the sky. And me, you know, my mom, she's funny. She's always trying to joke around. But then I look, and then we all look. It's not a fly. It's something literally up in the sky. And it moved. Okay, so I don't want to say left or right or front or back because I don't really know. But it moved to one side, and then it moved forward at like a speed that was like, I mean, it vanished. So it went like either left and then just immediately right, and it was gone.
That's really cool. That's real. What color was the craft?
It was grayish, but it was so far away. But it was kind of like grayish.
Oh wow. Oh wow. How did you feel? What's going on, Space Ghost 68?
How did I feel like that? I mean, we were all laughing, but then when that happened, the whole like left right thing, that's when it's almost like my nostrils cleared. You know what I'm trying to say? It was like whoa.
Oh, like you it was like exhilarating. You were
Yeah,
pumping.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of remembering it now, and I'm kind of feeling the same way. It's like a shiver. But yeah, it was crazy, and you know, of course, you tell people that, and they don't believe you. Nobody does. But the crazy thing is, kind of the reason why I wanted to mention it is I started looking at the UAP files from the the third batch, I think it was, or one of those batches. And that kind of like weird left-right thing also happens in one of those videos. And that's literally what I saw.
Oh, that's super cool. That's super cool. How long ago was this experience?
This is like 2009, just about. I was still in high school.
Oh, wow. That's really cool. Like my experience was before high school. I was in middle school. That's super cool. Yeah, I was super excited myself. Yeah, good stuff, man.
Yeah, it's one of those situations, you're like, what? Like, what is that? You know what I mean? And then it's like, how do you tell people that this happened?
I don't think a lot of people would like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're like, okay, and then this, you know, that's what it
Yeah.
seems like. It seems like a lot of people just do that. Like, okay, I heard about stories like that, but it's not as prevalent as ghost stories. You know, ghost stories people can interrelate. It doesn't seem like the alien phenomenon. A lot of people can really get into it because they were like, what's that called? This more strange, more obscure, just like the
Yeah.
Sasquatch events, right? Hey, what's going on, brother? I think you went up. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, how you doing?
All right, Knight. Can you hear me well?
Yes, sir. I can hear the wildlife. You're outside?
Oh. Oh, do you want me to walk in the house? Is that
Oh, do what
too
you do,
much?
baby. Do what you do, man. I can hear it, but it's fine. It's not
Okay,
overwhelming the sound, so you're good. You're good.
that's cool.
We're talking about alien abduction and alien stories and sightings and stuff like that. Something
Yeah.
inherently really close, you know. You have a story of your own?
Yeah. But it's not like an abduction or anything. It was me and my wife had this cyst in her stomach, right? So we went to this hospital called the Jewish Hospital. It's like 3.5 hours away, you know. Okay, and it was the most expensive I've ever seen. It was like being in a hotel or something, you know. So she went through the witch called. Everything was fine. They gave her a shot, and both of us went to sleep in different areas, right? But I woke up, or I thought I woke up, and I was on the ground, and it was like it looked just like an alien's body. You know, that thin arms and a body. But I looked up, and it was really tall, and I couldn't see its head. But I just imagined this was an alien of some sort. And he was talking to me through my head. I know this sounds crazy.
Bring it,
And he
baby.
was,
That's what I
yeah,
love.
yeah.
Get
So
it.
it is, yeah. So he was talking to me, and he was telling me it would be better if my wife went on. Like if she would go ahead and die.
That's what the alien
And
said
I
to
was,
you?
yeah, in my head. And
Oh,
I groveled. I said, oh please. Oh, I mean, I was crying. I was groveling on the floor with this thing. And I look up, and I mean, it was like for 6 seconds I felt like empathy from it. Like it felt sorry for me, but it was really trying to get across this point that I should agree with him about my wife dying. So I look up, and he's wearing a sackcloth, and I always associate sackcloth with holiness, right? But like even like a bionic eye, I look in, and he's got this rip in his of his sackcloth that he was wearing, right? And but it had a bow in it, like it was tied, and it was dyed red. And I go, wait a minute, this thing. If if you have a sackcloth on, you're not worried about what color it is, or if you have a hole in it, you know. And then I just woke up, and I looked over, and my wife wasn't in her bed anymore. Then I pan over, and I look at the door. There's nurses at the bathroom, and they go, "Are you okay, Charlene?" And they kind of moved in a little bit, and she goes, "No, she's not. She's not. Come on, Charlene, can you hear me? Hear me?" And they all come running into the bathroom. Scared me to death, man. And she seizured and was laying in between the toilet and the wall. And I looked up, and I know it made me look bad, but I just put my head back down and started praying again. It made it look like I just didn't care, but I was really overwhelmed because I thought, this is it. This is it. They took her, you know. And it was a powerful experience, man. It just yeah. it still shakes me to talk about it. You know.
Oh wow, dude. Oh wow. How long did it take you to talk about that incident? I know like most people have these kind of encounters and they sort of go quiet for years later, you know what I'm saying, before they start discussing it again.
Right. Yeah. It took me. I told her right away. You know. But I just know I know the reaction that people get if you tell them something like this. You know. But with you, I don't think you've got a mind that works way different than other people. So you know, I know, and most people on here are like that. They if it makes somewhat sense, if they can, you know, you can kind of feel and discern if they're really, you know. But I haven't told too many people. I felt okay talking to you though about it. So
Well, I appreciate it. I mean, I think the one of the major reasons why I'm the way I am is because I had experiences myself, really strange phenomenons, not this alien, but
right.
like ghost appearances, this
Uh-huh.
other segments of stuff, you know what I'm saying? I didn't had a close encounter like you have. That's really
Yeah.
remarkable.
Yeah.
Um, I did had an incident there where it traveled a craft, like two crafts traveled with us on Route 83 for 2.5 hours from Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland, and then sequences of events of dreams after that. But that what you have, man, is really
Yeah.
remarkable. It's
I
a
remember your orb dream. Your orb, not your orb dream, but your orb experience. I've heard you say it twice now, and it's a very powerful thing too. You know, it's a pretty powerful thing to experience. And you said you had dreams afterwards.
yeah. Every 3 years, it was like a beginning where basically I was hearing someone outside. It was two individuals, and
Yeah.
then I walked downstairs, and as I was gonna grab the door to the front of the house, I woke up, right, and I didn't the initial time that happened, I didn't put much mind to it, right, and then 3 years later, I wake up where I'm about to grab the door to open it, and then I walk outside because I hear the voices still, but now the voices are down to the alley. So I'm like, I'm still hearing these voices, and I was like, oh my goodness! I'm realizing in the dream, this is that dream that I had. It was weird,
Yeah.
like like sometimes, and the thing is like some dreams you remember, but that wasn't really a remembering kind of dream. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't something
Right.
exclusively that happened so amazing in the dream that I recall it. It just instantaneous. I just remembered this is that dream that I had that sort of
Uh-huh.
ended where it began.
Yeah.
So as I made it to the corner and I'm about to turn, then it ended again. Now it stayed with me for like a year in my thoughts, and then when August came back around, I'm thinking I'm gonna have that dream again. I'm gonna have that dream, and then it didn't come. So next 2 years, nothing, and then that third year, boom, I'm at the corner, about to turn to the alley.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh man, it's that dream again. And I turn and I look up and there's two beings, light orbs, right? And
Yeah.
they're I only see two, but I always something's always telling me to say three. I don't know why. But these two orbs are talking, right? And then continuously the talking, and I don't remember a lot of the conversation, right? I do remember they're talking about there's gonna be problems with growing food. But then I have like a flash, like there's grass in the ground. So I'm like, that doesn't make sense. There's grass growing. How is there gonna be problems growing food out here? You know what I'm saying? That didn't make
Yeah.
sense to me. And then I see like I'm inside and it's food's growing, and then there's like basically a sequence of events that happen, and uh they talk about a people that's gonna be born during this period of time that are going to like uh inherently are born or designed to help this time period. So I don't know what that means.
It's a prophetic end to this. There's going to be more to it, ain't it? I mean, something that's happened to you early on. It's been consistent and persistent, and it's probably a warning of some sort that you know who knows when that it may it will, you know, I kind of see the dreams, they're not really dreams, if they got reality to them, if they got a clarity to them. I always pay attention to people's, I collect them. Even I tell people, tell me their dreams, if they're clarity, if they have, if they feel almost real. I always think there's a message in that, you know. But that's just me. I mean, I don't know if it's true or not.
I mean, I think you're onto something, man. I mean, you know, it's either you're getting the message to waken someone else that needs the message,
Hmm.
or you're the carrier of the burden, whoever it is supposed to receive it. It's one of those things, man. It's weird. It's like sometimes we don't have all the pieces, you know, but
Right.
I've soon later on you wind up finding out what the pieces were all about, you know. And then some of us
Right.
walk around here and we just don't really know what happened and why. It's strange. It's strange like
Yeah.
that. Um, and why I had this dream and why the hell they never told me about COVID. I don't know. I wish they told me something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. But starvation's a serious thing, too, man.
No, no, you're 100% right.
You
And
know.
if that involves a lot of people passing away because of that, that would
Right.
inherently suck. Uh, what's up, brother? I'll be back. Okay, brother. Yeah, it's one of those things, man. It's strange how
I've,
this.
I've had a number of these over my whole life, even when I was really young. But that's the only one I had that had like an alien type fit to it. And I don't know where that comes from. It might be. I don't think it's schizophrenic because I'm not delusional, or I don't think I'm anything. And I'm not paranoid. And but I've had like over 50 of these things since I was very young. You know, and but like you said, I think there's something's trying to tell us something. Um,
No,
and
I
you might be you to do something.
I agree. I agree. Like, you know how we hear about the crop circles, right? And then you hear about
Right.
people faking the crop circles. And as
Hmm.
soon after, there was a period of time there where it's like, oh, it's all fake. And then you start realizing that the same individuals that are also faking the crop circles are also receiving encounters too. It's
Hmm.
like they become part of the phenomenon. Like the phenomenon is like, oh, you're faking
Wow.
it, but we're still gonna message you. We're still gonna get you involved. We're still gonna do these downloads of inspiration so you can do what we're messaging other people to see. There was a guy from Japan that was coming down. He's like, I was seeing a vision of a crowd circle. I wanted to come down here, and I wanted to come down here because I wanted to look and investigate about these crowd circles. And what followed him was a dream, right? He's seen a dream of a design, right? And
Right.
the design didn't exist at the time. But by the time he landed, checked into his hotel, woke up that morning, the design appeared in the crop circle.
Hmm.
And it was just like really wild, dude. Just really
Yeah.
wild.
That's what I like about these. Like I always learn something new. Our you'll say something, or somebody in the live will comment on something that I never thought of before, and I think it just makes you more insightful. Opens your discernment up. It's a good thing that we have a place we can go to talk to people. Talk about these things. With other people. I'm kind of nervous. I'm not used to being on this live stuff.
Oh, don't worry about it, man. Just imagine it's just you and me here talking. That's all it is.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
know, and we're on the phone and you're just saying your experience to a
Yeah.
wannabe therapist. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
All right.
You know, and of course I'm not going to tell you anything. You know, you just let me know. You know, and hopefully I can learn from it, and people around us can learn from it. You know, because at the end of the day,
Yeah.
man, maybe it's a message that somebody out there might need to hear. That it's one of those instance. Crystal Dawn, what's going on? How you doing? Info Chronicle News. Take care, brother. It's and I think that's here's the thing: when you shine, you give permission for other people to shine.
Cool. Yeah, I get that. That's a good thing, man.
You know, and
You know what I've always wondered about is if I agreed with that alien about my wife's life, would she be alive? You know, I don't. You know, when I was there begging him, and he was trying to convince me to. That's off subject, isn't it, man? I just tore into something, but I was just thinking that through the whole thing is that if I agreed with him, would my wife be alive? Is there some kind of principle that the agreement has with whatever that was? You know.
that's a great point what you said there. The 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 acknowledgement and the acceptance and the response what you did, I think inherently, I think it was a test. You know what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
because
Yeah.
if you think about it, a lot of these tests you hear of assaults, and they almost seem like how aggressive we are in nature, and how
Mm.
if they follow families, how much less aggressive certain family members are. Like example, there was a scene there where the ductee was being hit with something, like assaulted, right? And
Hmm.
he gets hit, and then like the aliens are like waiting for a response, and then he hit him again, and then he's like looking like, why are I'm being hit? And then there's an incident like, and then he realizes in the middle of being hit, he's like, oh, you want me to react? Well,
Hmm.
guess what? I'm not going to react to you. I'm not going to give you
Yeah.
the response that you want me, that you think I'm going to do. And they
Yeah.
sort of just looked there and stared, and it started to be a crowd, and they kept looking at him and staring. It almost seems like they're testing certain scenarios to see how we
Uh-huh.
subjectively respond to it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Good point, man. Something to think about on that.
So,
Yeah.
and I think at the end of the day, man, it's like what was the, because I there's a disconnect of how we seek communion with others, and how we protect our loved ones, and that inherently is instinctual in us, and it's hard woven in our fabric, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's I was just my main thing is I couldn't. I feel like I'm not much of anything without my wife, and it scared me. And I was even being away from home 3.5 miles. You know, I mean not 3.5 miles, 3.5 hours away. And I don't know if that'd make any difference at all, but just the loneliness of it and the trauma, and you're out there somewhere, and there's nobody that can catch you except the Lord. You know, and a lot of times we don't look toward that way when we're supposed to. Um, but there, I felt like you said, that was there's a number of things you gave me to think about. You know, but I always did wonder if I agreed with this thing, would it have the power? Or like you said, it might have been just a test, and it was just no, it wasn't going to do anything at all, just to find out who I am, you know, or give you that internal stretch that the Lord tries to give us, you know, through trauma sometimes, you know, because that's a traumatic thing that happened, you know. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah, that's deep thought though. You got me thinking that, because there's certain characteristics that go along with this, right? Like how they interact with animals,
mm,
how they don't they consistently tell the ductee that you need to remove your animal from the area, your dog, your cat. Like they inherently just don't like animals. The Nordics, there was a abduction with a Nordic, and their point of view was, why you guys have these creatures in your homes? Like that was very odd to them. And it was like, well, don't you guys have animals in your house? Don't you guys have and it was like, no, we got rid of all our all animals that could have possibly hurt us. And I was like, bro,
Yeah.
that's different. That was a dark age in their society. You okay?
Yeah, this is a. I got one of these large pipe. You ever seen these pipe wrenches that are like 4 feet tall? I accidentally knocked up against it and hit the deck. I wasn't watching what I was doing, but I'm okay. Thanks for asking, man.
Yeah, no problem, man. No problem. That's really deep, man.
Trying to get you away from. Oh, I knocked that over. I knocked that over.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, man.
Oh,
It's
no worries, man.
Yeah.
The last thing I want is you falling over and hurting yourself in the middle of the live. That would suck.
Call 911.
Yeah. Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah. But I don't know what else to.
Oh, no worries, man. Thank you for coming up. I appreciate you giving us the time. I appreciate it.
Yeah. I like being able to talk to you too. You know, like this is cool.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Whenever you need to talk about this type of encounter and talk about it, I mean, and this is what's the point of it, is you talking to fellow people that have that experience, and through that, because this is very taboo, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And I live in Eastern Kentucky. You don't just talk about these things, people are real stoic here, and even the music I like is different than. I mean, I do like the older country music and everything, but if you don't hunt, if you don't do these things here, you kind of look at strange, But I don't know where I was going with that. I don't know. I don't know how to start talking about that.
Oh no, this is how people react to stuff. That's all.
Yeah, yeah, being able to have a community that don't think you're crazy for just for things that actually happen to you, man. That's it's hard to, but since it happened to you, I usually know that if it's never happened to another person, they won't really understand. They may agree with you, but they won't really, maybe even believe you at all. You know.
No, I agree. I agree. I think uh it's definitely one of those subjects that most people just don't react friendly, and just think different of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just one of those incidents, man. It's like and these things are happening every day.
Yeah.
With close
Right.
encounters. There's so many people that I've met that have things cut into their bodies, like chunks, and things like that. And it's one of those inherent things that is not only in the past, but it's current thing. And
Yeah.
it's subjected to discussion because it's happening. And I think at the end of the day, let me see here. I got the volume kind of low. I don't know if you can hear me here.
Yeah. I hear you good. You're.
Okay. Wait, let me see if I can turn that up. Turn it up. Turn it up. Turn it up. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's truly one of the more quirky things of life. 007M, will we get true disclosure before 2028? Hey, someone did a map on X about that very thing, right? About disclosure, and they
Yeah.
discussed about it's actually, let me see here. I don't know why I got bugs attacking me, man. I hope my son didn't leave the window open. They're coming in. It's like, hey, buddy, what's going on? All right, so I did do a republishing, right? And it was a let's see here. Where is it? And it's basically a timeline that people are discussing. And this timeline is literally, let's see, it's just right here. 2030, May 31st, 2019, Tucker Carlson. Disclosure. Let's see.
Slew UFOs. Yes.
Can't go into a lot of more detail.
Oh, that's Mr. Lou.
mentioned the ultimately decisive issue of science panel on UAP was
A Marine Corps fighter.
I think this is it right here. Basically, they talk about a timeline map of disclosure, a sequence of disclosure that's supposed to come out about 2032, and the final segments of it is literally
what I saw that night. I can
sure I make the sound off because I'm going through so much footage. It's just awkward. All right, so this one,
science fiction in space.
And I think one of our biggest challenges is going to be as all this.
Hold on a sec. What's up, babe? Okay, baby. Did you poop today? Okay. Just hang out over there in the living room, okay? I'll get to you. Kids, man.
And you got a big family? Is that
No, man. I just got 2 kids. That's it.
Oh.
I got this two little
contemporary cases that.
Okay, I think this is it right here. Let me bring this across. Open this up. Cause this is like oh, she brings up I don't know if you know her, but she talks about this quite a bit. And I believe this is the one where it says the timeline in which disclosure they have this planned disclosure in here. Messed that all up.
You know, I haven't seen this woman. I don't believe I've seen this woman before.
All right, so let's. Yeah.
There is a PowerPoint slide presented publicly at Stanford, and that treats UAP disclosure as a schedule. Phase 1, January 2024. Phase 5, somewhere after 2034. The man who presented it is retired Army Colonel Carl Nell, who served on the UAP task force and vouched under oath for whistleblower David Grush. If that map is real, and the Pentagon's 4th file released last week, the nuclear site records inside, and even the footage experts say should never have been included, are not scattered events. They are steps. Hey ufologers, I'm Christina Gomez, and this is your UFO News Update. Today, I'll be showing you a map, and not just this map behind me, and then test it against other things that have happened these past few days. A file batch with an 80-year nuclear pattern inside it, and an FAA veteran who put radar numbers on the record that no aircraft can match. Judge that map against the evidence yourself. So, Army veteran and Stanford and Harvard graduate Sean Hazlitt addressed Neil's presentation on the Camp Gannon podcast. That file reads like a project plan, which Camp speeds through. Take a listen.
So this presentation says phase 1, January 2024 is...
All right, this is what I wanted to say. So a lot of people are saying, when is disclosure, when is disclosure, when is disclosure, right? And we do have a sequence here, which I'll let them play the video here, but you can see how it's the January, and then October. I don't know why they do this. This has something to do with the equinox, I'm pretty sure, because that's kind of weird how they got this same.
It's the first of the year of harvest somewhere. The October is the first of the year somewhere. I forget if it's because it's harvest, and then January, like Americans, that's the first of the year for us, I believe. I don't know why they have both of them, and if that's has anything to do with anything, though, you know.
That's very interesting. It's very interesting. It makes me think, like, what inherently is what timeline are we talking about this, and whose timeline is it?
Right.
Because that is strange, right? Carl Nell's plan for disclosure. I definitely would like to have that on her shirt, right? That's a
yeah.
That's a question starter, right? That's a story starter right there.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You know, like
you never get out of the grocery store or something with some, you ever notice that with some questions and they lead you into a bunch of answers, some questions do, and then they open even more, and soon you're engulfed, if you're like you are, you're a discerning person, you discern well.
Hello, Lex Cat.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. So you guys are talking about alien abductions?
Yes, ma'am.
I've been abducted twice.
Wow.
How was it?
Do you want to hear this story?
Absolutely.
I do, yeah.
Okay. Well, the first time was when I was about 11 or 12, and I lived in a small town. And the small town had a little island between, it had a river, and there was this little island, and there was a viaduct that you could go out to the island. Anyway, I was out there, and I was all alone. It was just like this little wilderness area, and it was a weekend, and it was a summer day. And I was just out there roaming around. And then I decided it was time to head back, and I was in this big field, and then there's this woods that start a little way off, and all of a sudden I realized there was this man standing under the trees where the woods start, and I got nervous, and then I took a good look at him.
Technology.
Stupid audio. Sorry about that.
What's that?
The audio was video start playing. I wasn't intended to. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about that.
So I took a good look at the guy, and I realized that he wasn't human. He looked human, but he had blue skin, and he had these 3 fat rolls on his forehead that seemed to be part of his head, and then he had these 3 fat rolls, like blubber rolls, under his neck, and it seemed to be part of him, but I don't know. And then he was all dressed in black. And his hands were weird. They were longer, and I think there were only 4 fingers instead of 5. But I took this all in like in a second, and it terrified me. And the next thing I know, he is standing in front of me, and I'm looking up at him, and I'm completely happy to know him and that he's my friend. And so that was the first time that I got abducted, and I can't tell you what happened in the abduction because I've got all that missing time from when I first saw him, and I became absolutely terrified, like I've never been terrified before. And then all of a sudden he's right in front of me, and I'm looking up at him, and my emotions are completely different. And that used to really confuse me. I didn't understand any of that until I started reading about missing time. So I've got a big chunk of missing time there. And
wow.
Yeah. And I don't know how long that took because it was like afternoon, the sun was overhead, and like I wasn't paying attention to time at all as a child. And then the second time I got abducted was, or I assume that it was either me or my husband that got abducted. I mean, or maybe both of us, I don't know. But I was living in this small town, and we were living in this little cottage on this cute little lake. And it was hardly anybody on this lake. And anyway, we were out, we decided to sleep out in our hammock that night. So it was in the middle of the night, and all of a sudden I wake up, and there's these 3 nuns. They look like nuns. They're standing over on our sidewalk that leads down to the lake between our house. And at first I think they're nuns because they're in these long black robes, and their heads are completely covered, except you can see their face. And then I realized that their faces are completely like bone white, and they've got these massive red eyes, and they don't look like they're reflecting light. They look like they're actual lights because there's light projecting out of them. And I became so terrified. And I started trying to wake up my husband, and I started like whispering to him and shaking him, and he would not wake up. And then I did the weirdest thing. I put the cover back over my head, and I fell asleep. So I think that they manipulated me into falling asleep, because I don't know why I would have fallen asleep with them standing there, just me being in sheer terror.
That's a common thing. It's like, oh my God, I'm going to go to sleep now. Yeah, that's a common thing. And
yeah. And I've also heard it's common to not be able to wake up your partner as well.
Yeah, my wife hates me about that.
What's that?
My wife hates that about me. Wake up! She hates it. She hates it. I don't know if you guys know, I have this condition. This is not being funny. It's an actual real condition. It's called alien hand. Alien hand. So basically, it's basically a hand that has a mind of his own while he sleeps. And the stupid hand's sole purpose is to touch stuff. So for some reason or another, it decides to try to massage my wife's head, and she hates it with a passion. And it's just like, tries to grab her and touch her head. I don't know why. I know when I was a little kid, it would settle right here and just massage my head the whole time while I'm sleeping. So I had to tuck my hand in my pants and make sure that guy doesn't travel for no reason. But yeah, it's a real condition. It's trippy.
That's
wow.
Yeah. I just found out what it was called like about a few weeks ago. Believe it or not, I never knew that's what the stupid name of the condition was called, alien hand. So
what a fitting condition for you, it's a condition just made for you, it's a trip.
It's called alien hand?
Yeah, alien hand.
Wow. How bizarre.
That's I'm still to this, I'm still new to that I'm like, man, this can't be real. I still think about it, alien hand. I think it's syndrome or condition.
I'm going to use that on my wife, in case, Hey, it was alien hand. It wasn't me. What are you talking about?
They could call it lurch hand. That would make more sense.
That would make more sense, a lurch hand, because it does sort of it's the weirdest thing ever. Alien hand syndrome. It's syndrome. It's not condition. Syndrome. Rare neurological condition. It's fucking rare. Oh, that's awesome, right? Condition in which person, hands, or limb move involuntarily as if it has a mind of its own without conscious control. Yeah, it's fucking rare. Apparently, it's rare. Ain't that awesome?
I have never heard of that. Wow.
You have to videotape that. You should videotape that sometime. It probably won't work if if you put a camera on yourself and then.
You know what? It's stupid of me saying it, but I've never thought of doing that.
That's a great idea. That's a really great idea. I don't know how your wife would feel about it, but
she hates it. She hates it. She was telling me incidents there, when she was I was sleeping. I got to get up early in the morning, right? And my wife is dealing with the kid that's sick, and it's like, hello, man, freaking son's walking around, moving around. I'm telling him to go to bed. He's sleepwalking. Your daughter's sick as hell. And then I go into the room, and there you are, fucking your hands up in the air, flying around. And I was like, we're not a family unit. We're not, So,
wow.
It's the weirdest crap ever, man. So yeah, you're sorry about that. I just thought about that when you were talking about it.
So which one of you is getting abducted? Is it you or your wife or?
My wife is having encounters. They come to her. Yeah, and I'm the sleepy one. I'm the one that doesn't wake up.
Wow.
Yeah.
So has it only happened to her a couple times, or is this like a regular thing?
She just recently came out to me about it. She's not in the UFO topic. She doesn't really follow it at all. And the stories that she discussed to me about. I was like, what? That's strange. I could tell you a few of them if you like.
Yeah.
So one, she was really young. I can't remember the age, and she sees a gray alien in the corner of the room, right? And she is like terrified. Like the aliens is a typical gray alien, and she's absolutely terrified, and it's just standing there in the corner, like, oh yeah, Barb Guns, I'm live, brother. I am live. I am here for you. Yeah, this is a live session. And literally, she's like seeing it, and it just sort of looked at her, and then she goes to sleep. She's just like, oh my god, and it's one of those things like, okay, I'm going to bed now. Why this thing is in the room, just staring at her, right? Yeah. So, and then about a few months ago, she can't go to sleep. She can't go to sleep. She can't go to sleep. And she's falling in and out of sleep. Then this, what was it? A praying mantis, about 7 foot tall, is walking in the room, walking right by, right? And as it comes across, she's like already tired. And she's like, oh, this thing now? Right? Like, oh, fuck. Now I got to deal with this. I'm trying to fall asleep. I'm dealing with this. Well, the creature is like walking and just stops like. So it's like, do you can see me? And like she had this like this fucking. Yeah. She had this response like, yeah, I can fucking see you. and the creature's like, wow. And you're not afraid? And he's like, no, I'm not afraid. And the creature's like, that's unusual. That's strange, right? So, and then it like, then she says, tells me that part of the story, right? And then she, like a few months later, she tells me, well, there's more things that happen in that story. And I'm like, what are you talking about? It's like, well, soon after that encounter, this thing returns and starts talking to me, right? And says that it wants to take me to a location to see other people. And then it takes her and she talks to other creatures. Like she's talking to other creatures, right? And I guess like, why aren't you freaked out about us? I guess I don't know. Well, long story short, she's like, well, I do want you to talk to some segment of people, right? So she's remind you, she's not in the UFO community. She doesn't read up on this stuff. She literally talks millions and millions and millions and just millions of different type of aliens, all in this hall, right? And she's walking in, and it's like, I would like you to be ambassador. That's what it says to her. I like you to be an ambassador to discuss as ambassador for Earth. And it's like, okay. It's like, I need you to go out there and talk to them. So she goes out and she doesn't remember what she was talking about, what she was discussing, and all this other stuff. But she remembers towards the end, she stops talking and she starts hearing clapping, like the whole thing clapping. And the creature comes up to her and is like, they're clapping because it's your custom to clap. And it's like, okay. And then she's soon taken back and come back here. And the thing is like, you know, we're high school sweethearts, right? So it's odd how she was like a little hindrance to tell me the rest of the story. And she's just sort of like, pretty trippy how that goes about, right? It's strange. And then, but yes, and I was like, man, that sounds like a galactic federation. Like you went into a hall of a whole bunch of other creatures to talk about this. That's very strange. And then the thing is like, if you know how the lore goes, is like basically you have the reptiles, you have the insectoids being one of the oldest race in there, and if you have if you have an alien creature vouching for you to discuss about life here on this planet, to say, hey, this intelligent life seems like it's I want to put her into a position to discuss some things. It would be a insectoid, right? In the Galactic Federation thing. Now, if you believe in that or not, you know what I'm saying? But it's kind of weird how she's not familiar with any of the lore. She's not familiar with any of the stories. She's not familiar with none of that stuff. And how it just sort of fits in with the UFO lore. It's really trippy.
Yeah.
That's like the king of all UFO stories.
I was so fucking jealous, bro.
Yeah.
I was so jealous. Me and my stupid alien hand. Oh man. I was so jealous. Oh, that great. You're the one who gets to get the fucking good stuff. I'm the one talking about the crap, and then you get to do that. She's in the zombies. She's not even in the aliens. She's in the zombies. She likes the zombie stuff.
I don't know how she's not afraid. Both times I was absolutely terrified. It was like this instinctual terror. And like my mind just completely shut off and all I could feel was terror. I don't know how she's how is that she's just not afraid?
I don't get it.
Maybe she's been an abductee for since childhood. And she just doesn't remember.
Anyways, I mean, praying mantises freak me out. Just regular praying mantises, you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
Seeing something that huge, I'd be like, my
to see one that's bigger than you, yikes.
Yeah.
Oh, with the big claw hands. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, God.
Oh, yeah.
That's probably why me and my little freaking alien hand probably get terrified.
No, your story's good. The orbs and stuff that you might have a prophetic end on that, man. It's but hers is just like a huge, people may need to hear about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yours too, man. I mean, there might be some prophetic end of yours.
I could be, man. I was just so jealous. I was like, man.
Yeah, I'd say I know what you're talking about. My story sucks now.
Right?
Yeah. Are you sure your hand isn't automatic writing something?
Damn, that's another question, bro. That's another good question. I don't know. I never thought about putting a pen in my hand and seeing what it's probably damn it, man. That's some good questions. I never thought of that.
In study hall. I would write a sentence and tell people to do automatic writing or whatever that is, or just to write and just don't think about what you're writing. I'd pass out these little, just a line of something, and you just had to finish it out, and tell them not to think about it, It's pretty interesting. It made study hall a little bit more interesting, but I was doing that back in high school. But you wonder.
Yeah, I've done automatic writing. Most of it was gibberish, but I got a couple of words. I thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
I've heard of it. I know I'm familiar with it, but I've never thought of doing it myself. That'd be a thing I probably need to test the waters on.
That'd be cool.
You know how you're going along talking to somebody, and and a complete sentence will come up in your head to say something, next, right? And I always think there's somebody or something in your outside forces are kind of, that they're trying to. There's other things communicating with us, and it's not just like an internal thinking of ours. It's there's also help. There's also, influences. I'd say. Hey, Knight, can I ask her a question about her abduction thing?
I'll go for it. Oh,
yeah,
what?
Sure.
Yeah.
The three neck, the fat neck, the first one, and the layers on the head. What was the head like on? I can imagine the neck, but I can't imagine the head having these layers of fat, like 3 layers of fat. What? It reminds me of, what do you call that? What was that movie a long time ago? Dead Ringer? No, Ring. No. Oh, what was that? Darn it. It was like a box that you could open, and it would open up hell dimensions, and there's these creatures that came out through there. It was I can't remember. Anyways, that's what it reminds me of. They had this huge alien that looked like something like that. But go ahead. I'm sorry about that.
No, now this guy looked completely human. Like his head was bald, and it just looked like you know how walruses have those big rolls of blubber under their neck?
Yeah.
That's what it looked like on his neck, and then like little blubber rolls on his forehead.
Okay, what about
And
the
they
rest of
looked
his
like
body? Okay, never mind. Sorry.
he looked really athletic. He was tall and thin and really fit, and he was wearing a black, really fitted outfit, and he had black shoes on as well.
And you felt
And his
peace when he
hands
came
were.
up on you, right? When he came up on you,
What's that?
you felt peace when he came up on you, right? When you far away, it's scary to you, but when he came
Uh-huh.
close up to you, you felt peace. Is that
Yeah.
what it was? Okay.
I felt gratitude and joy at knowing him. Like he was my friend, and I was so happy to know him. Yeah.
Okay.
But then after that day, I became really afraid, and I started denying that it happened. And I denied it for about 40 years. But in that moment, see, he manipulated. I believe that he manipulated my feelings to make me feel happy instead of terrorized. Yeah.
Are you familiar? Did the blue alien, did he have ears?
Yes, he had ears, human-like ears. Like everything about him was human except the color of his skin, which was blue, but it was like a dusty baby blue, not a darker blue.
So all
And
his fat was in his face. The only fat he had
all
was
the
in his head.
yeah. Otherwise, he was really slim. Which at the time I thought, oh, that's icky. And now I'm thinking, well, maybe that was some type of breathing apparatus. I mean, I don't know.
Right.
And then the only thing that wasn't human looking about him was those rolls of blubber or whatever they were, and his hands, which were really longer. Like his fingers were creepy looking because his hands seemed longer, and his fingers seemed longer than a human's, and that was creepy.
Remind me of a Bible verse that said, "All their fat is in their face." I remember reading that somewhere, and that's what it reminded me of when you said that. But it's good to collect information in case you get to talk to somebody else and they have the same thing. You can compare
Who did you say that was?
What? With all the fat in the face from the Bible?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure I've read that before, and all their fat is in their face.
Interesting.
Who?
I don't know. I forgot about it's been a long time since I read that. I remember just reading it. I'll look it up. I'm sure you could type that in somewhere and it would come up. Type that in somewhere and it would come up.
I got you.
I
got you. I got you. Oh, it's echoing there.
He's
saying
that was a cool echo.
He's saying
That was a cool echo.
He's saying
That was a cool echo.
He's saying
That was a cool echo. That was a cool echo.
Yeah, this is going. Yeah, this is going. Yeah, this is going. Wonder if that works. This is going. Wonder if that works. This is going. Wonder if that works. Okay, that's me. That's me, guys. That is me. I'm the one it wind up screwing that up. Be on mute. There we go.
I liked that.
Sorry about that. I'm trying to respond to someone on a different platform. My live stream is like impeding on my
you can drop me if you need to, man.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. It wasn't you. Okay. Yeah, it wasn't you. It was Here we go. There we go. This went, needed that to float. Okay. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm trying to look for Jason Sands interview. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Jason Sands, but he discussed about a close encounter with a blue being, a blue creature.
Really?
Yeah, it was on Joe Rogan's live when he said it. So I'm like trying to find it.
You mean it had like a blue aura around it?
No, it was his skin. His skin was blue. He had no ears, so he had a nose. Hey Ryan, can you give me the link of Jason Sands talking about his close encounter with a blue alien that parks the craft and comes running out of the craft to talk to them?
The clip you're after is from Joe Rogan Experience number 2264 with Jason Sands and Lenval Logan. Full episode on YouTube, youtube.b. The encounter starts around the 128 mark in the chapters. Craft parked in the desert, blue being in fatigues runs up asking for Trinitium to fix it and refuses to talk to the military. There's also a dedicated 15-minute JRE clips version if you just want that part. YouTube.b.
I'm going to look that up.
Got it. I'll be right here when you're done.
So, alright, so what time does he start talking about it?
The encounter starts at 1:18 and 24 seconds in the full episode. That's when Jason describes the blue being in uniform running out of the parked craft on the Nellis test range. The dedicated 15-minute clip on JRE Clips covers the whole story from the start.
Brilliant, thank you. Alright, so we're gonna have to search for it. We just go and play this segment that he discussed, and hopefully it looks close to your encounter. I'm hoping it does, but you're saying he has fat rolls, but he's real super athletic, which is kind of, I don't know.
Yeah, and he had ears as well.
That's where we were heading this one day. So we all packed up. We're in Beatty, Nevada, which is the Burrow Inn. I can tell you that's where we always hold up at. And we take off from there every morning to go do the AM and the PM push. That's what you call it when the war is on. You call it the push. So we had one in the morning called AM push, one in the afternoon PM push. So we were all heading up for the AM push in a convoy. There's 3 vehicles, probably about 3 to 4 people per vehicle. I'm in the lead vehicle with the ranking guy. He's driving, and I'm right behind him. And then there's another gentleman in the passenger seat across from the driver, and then there's a young lady next to me. And we're all going up. And the ranking guy had been there the week before, and he had seen the craft fly by. Because that one's out there on the internet. You can pull down the video. There's a report that goes along with it.
There's a video that we can watch right now?
Right now, yeah.
What would he search?
Search for, let me think, Nellis Test Range UFO 1994.
Dun, dun, dun. Who filmed this?
This was filmed by the operators on the range because we're putting these pilots in a risky situation by playing war with them, but we're training them. So if there is any kind of a mishap or a pilot or plane goes down, everything needs to be recorded. So
this is it right here?
Yes. So this video is being taken by one of these cameras that's up on the range. And along the bottom, you see that this is also trying to lock on to the craft so it can, follow it as it goes in and out, because this is the kind of way that you want to track if there's a craft that is having problems. And
This is moving very erratically.
Right. So this is what the ranking guy saw.
Can I pause you for a second? This tracking, is this manual or is this like some sort of an automated system?
It's an automated system.
So the automated system is how
it sounds when you're working up there. But anyway, the ranking guy just says, we all have to go in here. We're going to go talk to the video operators. We have to do this. And this was because the week prior, everybody came back to garrison or back to our unit, and they had seen this thing, and they were all talking about this UFO. So we go in there, and there's the video operator. He has us all write our names down, whether we were there and saw it the first week or not. Then he makes us all sit down and watch that video. And he says, "Do you know what this is?" And we're like, "No." And then he just said, "Okay, thank you." And then we, after everybody that was there saw it and wrote their name down, we were allowed to leave. And that was all that was required. And so I was like, well, what was that all about? But then as I'm exiting, this lady that had been sitting against the wall on the far part of this little hut that we were in, and she like grabs my arm and she just says, "There's somebody on the range. Don't talk to him." And she was really, really freaked out. And I'm like, "Thanks, strange, freaky lady. Got it." And I'm like, whatever. So we all hop out, we get in the vehicles, and then start taking off towards Quartz Mountain, because right at that cantonment area, there's a hard right. There's a hard right that goes off to Quartz Mountain. And about a mile, half a mile to a mile down that road, it's all dirt road up, by the way, there's this guy. It looks like he's wearing a uniform like we are. He got battle dress uniform on. So he sees us, and he starts to look like he's running, and he's got this really weird run, like his arms are kind of flailing behind him. It's like he was running against the hurricane wind, and it was like he was going to fall over at any time. And I was like, yeah, it's a bit windy today, but it ain't that bad. So it looked really strange, and then I began to notice his skin tone looked like he might be hypothermic. And I'm thinking, oh, crap, this dude's been out here. It's freaking freezing out here, because it was a very cold day, and the wind was blowing. It was, those cold days where it didn't matter how many layers you had on. And so as we're getting closer, I'm talking to the ranking guy, "Hey, we need to slow down." So anyway, I'm thinking, this guy's probably in big trouble. I need to pull off my jacket. I need to give him something to get warm real quick. So I'm starting to do that, and we're approaching, and by the time I get my jacket most of the way off, he's right there at the corner of the front of the car. And
so he looks pale? Is that what you're saying?
He looked like an albino with a very bluish kind of undertone. If you could imagine,
So you're assuming you're immediately associating that with he's freezing.
Yeah, because that's all I could equate it to.
Right.
And then as I'm starting to open my door to try to administer aid to this guy, the dude in the front passenger seat screams he's got no ears. And I thought that was pretty rude, because I was like, the guy's in trouble.
Does he have a hat on? He's
got a hat on, and he's got BDUs that look absolutely clean, pristine. And when you're uprange, you do not wear your cleanest uniform. You're in a dirty environment. You wear your scuffed up boots. You don't take them with you.
So he's got clean battle dress uniform.
Everything.
United States military
very out of
uniform
place. Yeah, it looks very out of place when I finally do it. But anyway, I step out onto the roadway, and this guy screams that he's got no ears. And I just thinking it's really rude. And then I close the door, and I look up, and he's got no freaking ears. And his eyes are twice as big. And I'm like, yeah, what the hell did I just walk into? This guy's not from around
here.
here.
How far away from him are you?
Probably from me to
just a few feet.
Yeah, just talking distance.
Okay.
And I'm starting to freak out, but then he starts to talk to me, and it's not my language, but it's coming to the understanding is like coming into my mind about every word he's saying.
So he's actually saying words.
He's saying words, but it doesn't sound like anything I've heard before.
But you're understanding what he's saying.
But I'm understanding. So I know there's a telepathic thing going on here, and it calms me down at the same time, because I'm having to respond to him. And he's like, "Hello, I'm having trouble with my craft. I need some repair material. Do you know where I could find some tritium?" And this is what he's talking to me about. And I'm like, "You mean titanium?" Because I didn't know anything about tritium at the time. But titanium, he's like, "No, it's not it." And I'm like, well, at this point in my career, I had just left the program. So I knew where Dreamland was, and I pointed to the mountain range, because you can see for days in the desert. But I pointed towards the mountain range, and I said, Dreamland's just over there. And this wave of emotion hit me like disgust, like, I am not going to talk to those barbarians and murderers.
Wow, so he was saying that to you, his reaction to going to the military base was...
Exactly, yeah.
He did not like it.
He said, I am not going to talk to those people. And then I was like, well, shoot.
And it was barbarians and murderers?
He literally, that was what he called them, yes. And mentally, that's what it was. But the emotion.
Tritium, is this a real thing?
Well, that's what, I've had a lot of friends. There's analysts also that were on the top secret network that were trying to help me understand what material.
We were throwing everything at him. We're like, is it this? Is it this? And he's
and then
like,
finally,
no.
That's the one. When they hit tritium, I was like, that's what it was. That's what he said.
And what is tritium?
It's a type of, well, can he bring it up on the?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because it should pop up on Wikipedia pretty quick. But it has some properties that probably would work.
But are you saying tritium?
Yeah, tritium is, that's the stuff that's in loom. Like in your watch, when your watch glows, that's you know, they make those where they're basically radioactive isotopes that stay lit. So like if you get like a Marathon watch, Marathon makes military watches, and it doesn't need like this watch. You need the light, and the light charges the loom, and then when it's dark out, you could read the hands for like a few hours.
It's the thing that they used to put on the end of the guns, right?
Exactly, they still do. A lot, like SIG has them.
Now,
on
look
their
up
guns.
tritium also. Put an
tritium
end in
is
there.
just a lot.
I did that. That's not giving me much.
So tritium, chunky glow in the dark glitter. What is that?
Oh, these are all these are game websites.
Oh, I see.
I don't know.
Okay, so it's tritium. Then I may be mispronouncing.
But tritium that's that radioactive isotope.
Mm-hmm.
That's the stuff that emits light.
Yep.
So it emits a weak form of radiation.
Yes.
A rare radioactive isotope of hydrogen with a half-life of 12.3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So this is what he's asking me for.
So he's asking you for that stuff? Tritium?
Yep. And I'm like, I don't know where to get.
Oh, look at that. It's used in boosted fission weapons and thermonuclear weapons. Oh, great.
That sounds reassuring, right?
I wonder what the fuck it's doing on your wrist.
This is what the best image that we have of what he could have looked like.
Oh, boy. Can you send that to Jamie?
Yeah, I don't know Jamie's number, but we'll find a way to.
Is that an iPhone or an? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that an iPhone?
If I had my phone, I would, but it's out there, I think.
Yeah, airdrop it to Jamie. Do you know how to do that?
There was
how
that
dare you
one.
not know how to do that?
And there's a three-dimensional.
Your guy works with UFOs. You better know how to do that.
Well, there's a three-dimensional image of the craft as well that is really spot on from what I saw that day.
Yeah.
Because not only did I see this guy running towards us and talking to him, but off the shoulder on the north side of the roadway, that's where the craft was just resting on the desert floor. And I got a really good look at it at that point. And this guy did a 3D rendering of the description, and it's spot on as I've ever seen. It's almost perfect.
So he asks you for tritium. You tell him this is what it looked like.
This is what the guy looked like. Pretty close to it.
Yo.
The nose.
That doesn't look like your guy, right?
Wow. No, his eyes are bigger. And this guy's eyes are bigger. The guy that I saw had normal looking human eyes, and he had ears. And this guy is more white than blue. The guy that I saw was blue.
Solid blue.
Yeah, like a dusty blue. I mean, there's so many different versions of blue that it's hard to describe what it was, but it was like a baby dusty blue.
Okay. But you said when you were talking to him, you felt calm.
I felt really happy that he was my friend and that I got to spend time with him. Yeah, just like a giddy kid who, was spending time with her favorite auntie or something, except that he was a guy. So.
That's really amazing. Yeah. And you said you had more, and the same person visit you.
Did I what?
You said you had two encounters. Was it the same?
No, it's completely different species. Like I've never heard of anybody else describing the type of alien that I saw. So I don't even know what that would call. I just call him the blue man. And then the other one was they looked like little alien grays, except that they were really white and they had glowing red eyes, but those eyes were big, like sort of like alien gray eyes, but they were glowing red. And they also were short. They looked small. So yeah, two completely different alien species.
Hello? It's coming in and out. Hello? I guess he has some audio problems. I don't know. But yeah, that's trippy, man. That's trippy. And did you feel like he gave you a message or?
No, I didn't feel like I didn't feel any telepathic or anything coming from either one of those. I don't remember if I know that the first one had to have taken me somewhere and done something to me because, that missing time thing and the change of emotions. But the second one, like, I don't really know if they abducted me or if they abducted my husband or if they took us both because I put myself back to sleep after I saw them, so who knows what happened there.
Yeah, that's super interesting. And you said your husband had experiences too?
No, he doesn't believe in aliens. So when I told him about that, he said it was a dream.
Oh, man. Go figures, right? Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. So.
He just slept through the whole damn thing, too. I'll make sure you wake him up next time. Hit him with something.
Oh, I tried. I was terrified. I tried waking him up. Yeah. I mean, I was shaking him hard. I was pinching him. I'm like, Mike, wake up, wake up. He just kept right on sleeping.
Oh, man.
Thank you for your heart.
That's adorable.
Yeah, this is a cutie guy. Let's do this. I'm catching up with the chat.
Sandra has arrived.
What's going on, Sandra? I wonder who else is make sure I don't got delayed here. But the chat, were you someone's asking, were you paralyzed?
No. Neither time.
Someone's
Although the first time I don't even think I tried to move. I was so terrified. I mean, I don't know if I was paralyzed or not. All I know is I was so terrified that I didn't make a move. And the second time I was busy trying to wake my husband up, so I was obviously moving.
Someone asked, did you lose any time? Like, did it feel like time lapsed?
Well, the first one, I obviously have missing time because I saw him at the tree line and I was terrified. And then all of a sudden, he's right in front of me and I'm really happy. So there's missing time there. But if you're talking like, did the time slow or something, or did the time feel weird? No, it didn't in either one of those.
Okay. How tall was it? How tall were they?
The first one, the blue man. Let's see, how tall was I then? I think he was like maybe 5'11". I mean, he was normal height, And then the other ones were short, and they were little beings. I mean, maybe they were 4 feet tall.
The 4 feet tall one, were they the 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 white grays you were talking about, or the blue beam?
Yeah, they looked exactly like alien grays, except they were really, really white. Kind of like this picture of this guy right here. They were white like that, and their eyes glowed red.
That's wild. The eyes.
Yeah, and it made me think, like, once in the morning, once I was thinking about it, it made me think that they might have been mechanical because the eyes weren't reflective like an animal's, like a cat, they were sending out a light. I could see it like hitting their face, a little bit. So it felt like those were lights. So I don't know if that was a real biological being or if it was like a mechanical robot or something. Or the three of them. There were 3 of them, and they all looked exactly alike.
Lots of species that come from the dark, like deep, or have red eyes also helps them see in the dark. That's interesting. That's interesting. That's probably now. Yeah, that makes sense because if they're pale white and they have glowing eyes, yeah, that does make sense. Deep ocean. Did you like after the encounter? Did you like felt like you had a message, or like they were trying to tell you something, or was it like did you inherently like felt like you learned something more from the encounter, or was it this event that this happened in itself?
It was just the event. I didn't get any messages. There was no telepathic communications. Nothing like that.
Did they someone's asking here, could they be Arcturians? They are galactic scientists. Did you feel like they were scientists?
I have no idea. I just felt terror. I felt sheer terror and my brain shut down, like both times. Just utter terror. And I couldn't even think.
Let me see if I can't bring the image up of Arcturians. So, maybe that would help. I don't know. Now you were discussing about the bladder, the skin, the layer of fat of skin. Was that on their face? No,
Yeah, it was. There were 3 smaller rolls on their forehead. It looked like blubber, like little rolls of blubber. And then there were 3 rolls on their neck, like the front of their neck. I don't think it went all the way around their neck. It seemed to like sort of taper off as it went behind their neck. Oh. Yeah, that was kind of like the skin color of this guy. It's like a dusty baby blue.
Oh, that's super interesting.
Wow.
It's like that one.
Yeah.
So it looks like someone in the chat here, Natus Lives, has basically figured it out, I guess. They have a few other depictions here, but they have. Let me make the image a little smaller. Now, after you were terrified, you said that you felt peace or something, or you felt like, oh, it was irrelevant. I'm gonna go to sleep.
The first one, I was terrified, and then all of a sudden, I was really happy to see him. And in the second one, I was terrified, and then I just put myself to sleep.
Wow, that's interesting.
And it's really scary, when you wake up in the morning and you feel like you've been manipulated. Like they can just do what they want with you. I mean, that's a scary freaking feeling.
The only closest I got to that was I got like blackout drunk, and I'm like scared the next day. Like, what did I do? You know what I'm saying, though. You know what I'm saying, like.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. You're missing time, and it's scary.
And then
you don't know what.
I check my
I don't know
car.
what happened to you.
Yeah, I check my car, see if my car's still intact. How did I get home? Make sure I haven't did any crazy text to anybody. You know the deal. Well, I don't know if you know the deal, but you get the sentiment, though. You get the sentiment. Hey, they got these creatures looking quite different. Each image, right? You got this one. The Arcturians are here to help people. Who are the Arcturians? You know what? Let's get AI to segue the conversation. We can oh no drinking, texting. Yeah, that's back in the day, man. That was back in the day when I didn't have kids. Now these kids don't give me any time, personal time, so I don't have time to drink at all. It's been a good minute. I think the last beer I had was about almost a year ago. And it was like 2 beers. Yeah. I like beer too much. But that's
Yeah, I
back
haven't
in
had
the
alcohol in 27 years.
Sounds like the kids are
I
running
gave
the
that
show
up a
these
long
days.
time ago.
A year discipline, especially when
Hey,
you know you like it.
I know I liked it way too much. Arcturians. The Arcturians, aliens. Some Live says is basically galactic scientists. What's the lore behind the Arcturians? Their society? What are they about?
Arcturians come from New Age lore, first mentioned by Edgar Cayce in 1928 as the most advanced beings in the universe, closest to the divine. They're seen as galactic scientists and healers from the Arcturus star system, masters of energy, vibration, and higher dimensions who guide other civilizations toward peace and spiritual evolution. Their society runs on collective consciousness, crystal-powered tech, and service to the galaxy, with no disease or conflict, pure harmony and wisdom.
Well, shoot, I wish they would have taken me with them.
Hell yeah,
That
dude.
sounds nice.
So in the abductee lore and the abductee thing, like these I'm understanding these encounters are rare. These are like one of the most rarest encounters you could have, as far as between the greys, the reptiles, the insectoids.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I don't really know any.
Arcturian
I've never
encounters
really.
are rare in actual abductee reports. Greys dominate the classic cases, with insectoids or mantids showing up as the tall observers or scientists in a decent chunk of them, and reptilians appearing in some of the more intense or negative stories. Arcturians mostly live in the channeled New Age side of the lore, benevolent guides and healers, rather than the clinical abduction files that researchers like Bud Hopkins or Carla Turner documented. So if someone claims a direct Arcturian interaction, it's usually framed as something positive and voluntary, not the standard taken against your will script.
Well, that's interesting.
That's really cool. That's really cool. Oh man, now I'm jealous of you now.
Well, I don't know if it was an Arcturian or not, but this guy is like really close. Except for he doesn't have the rolls. If you see how he's got those 2 little indentations on his forehead, if you puffed those up more, that's what he looked like. And then he put some puffy rolls, puffiness under his neck. And you put his eyeballs a little bit more normal, human looking. That would be yeah. That's the guy I saw, basically.
Let's try to do this in real time. I'm gonna.
That'd be.
Hey Ryan, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get off the audio, And then I'm going to upload you this current image. All right. There you're looking at it. All right, so this current image that I have uploaded to you, right? I want you.
I'm listening. Finish the thought. What do you want me to do with this image?
So with better lack of words, the rolls over top of his eyebrows, I want you to make it look like he's more, I don't know what it's like, more pronounced, and his neck more pronounced, like almost like fat rolls, and then I want his eyes to look more human-like. They basically seem like he's overweight. Just.
Got it. You want him looking overweight with pronounced fat rolls over the eyebrows and on the neck, plus more human-like eyes. I can't edit or generate images myself. If you up
Okay, so it's the audio version. All right, let's do this. Do it now. All right, so it should generate. It's like when it's in audio talk version, it's like it won't do it in the chat zone. I don't know, something about chat settings. It won't let it do it. Create image freely nilly like that. I have to get out of the chat. So it looks like it's. Let's do it again. Let's see if it does it now. Okay. All right, something went wrong. Okay. Let me do this because I got more in one chat, more in one AI. All right, so all right, copy that, shout him down, and then we're gonna go to let's see, regular ChatGPT. Oh no, yeah, and then I'll upload the image to this guy, and what I want this description to be. It's this one wants me to be charged, so I got one more. I got a few of them. Don't worry, we're gonna make this happen. All right. Boom. Talk. And then boom. All right, this one's doing it and not trying to charge me. Looks like he changed the color and all. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Ooh, made him delightful, friendly. How's that looking? You see him?
Yeah, except that he wasn't. So the rolls look. The top rolls would need to be bigger. The bottom rolls look a little like they would be a little bit bigger, but his face wasn't fat at all. So the rolls looked out of shape or out of place.
Oh, okay. Slender face, but the rolls.
Yeah.
That's interesting. It's so cool, man. If this is the first fat alien, that'd be awesome. They like food too.
This guy was not fat. He was really fit.
I lost my thing here. There we go. Okay, so gotta go on this side. Close this. I mean, I've seen people like look like that in the gym, and they look like built, like stacked, like really muscular. Let me do this. Thin face, but okay, so I did discussion. Understand you want the face to look even heavier with larger rolls fold, especially over the eyes, so they appear beneath the fat, but can make the adjustment. No, thin face. Thin face. More. I'll enhance the face with deeper, more pronounced rolls, especially above around the eyes, partially tucked beneath folds. Cheek, forehead will gain extra fullness, emphasize the weight texture. Would you like? Okay, and background golden beads, focus purely on the face vision. But, Larry just went right into it. Want to make the face look skinny though. Just went right into it. Okay. Okay, that just made it way worse. That just made it way worse. But I see what you're saying. Like his face here looks thin and healthy. It's just had a real pronounced skin overlap.
Yeah, it was like
You
I
had
don't know.
this all thin. Just have pronounced rolls.
Yeah.
Was that like what you were talking about?
I can't see it. I can't see the image.
Really? Can anybody see it? Sandra, can you see the image? Let me do this. Let me close it, open it.
Oh, there we go. Nope, that doesn't look like him at all. No.
No.
But the rolls, like the rolls on the bottom, like that big roll, that's exactly what one of it, not that one, the third one down. That, if you had 3 of those all stacked under his neck, under his chin, that's what it looked like. And then you take that same roll and you stick it over his eyebrows 3 times. That's what it looked like.
It almost seems like it's not. It's like these roles are because he's the one that you were talking to was probably old, like more ancient, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. Like when I got older, I thought, well, maybe it was some type of breathing device or some type of device that lets them be in our atmosphere without injury. I have no idea.
Let's see if it.
I drew a picture of him once because I'm an artist and I lost it when one of my computers crashed.
Yes, let's see if that works. Any with roles. See how it's understanding here. Set. Yes. See if we can get this guy. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, I try to get as much as this more age-like refining and slender appearance with the rolls. It doesn't. It seems like it's still wants to do like he looks a little bit more slender around the face, but with the pronounced rolls. I wonder if that was just he's an older individual and that's how they look when they get older. They get these real refined rolls around their body. That would be
That's
interesting.
an interesting idea. Yeah.
It's like some individuals get the overlapping of the eyelids over top of their eyes.
Uh-huh.
You know, when they get older.
Yeah. Could be. Has anybody seen an older Octurian?
That's a great question. He might be the first one. I mean, this is definitely could be. Let me see. Let me just Google it. Let me just Google it. Maybe this chat's not really good to find an older Octurian. Orion might be our best bet, which didn't want to do the image. Hey Ryan, older Octurians. Is there any image of older Octurians ever being designed with excessive rolls but a skinny face, like he's really athletic?
No official Oder Octarians exist in Splatoon. It's not a canon term or character. Octarians have official concept art and enemy designs, mostly bulky with tentacles, but nothing matching excessive rolls plus a skinny athletic face. Fan art sometimes plays with body types like that, though.
Interesting. Maybe. See if I'm pronouncing it right here. It's wow, man, it's quite a bit of chat. Here it is. Clear this out. And now type it, I send it to you.
I can't see or access anything you sent outside this chat. If you paste the text here, Arcturian. Got it. That's the race from the Arcturus star system. Tall, blue-skinned beings in a lot of New Age and channeled material. They get described as highly advanced, telepathic, sometimes with a very lean, athletic build. Is that the vibe you were going for?
Yeah, so he's very lean. That's what the individual is saying, and then but she's describing it as he has heavy rolls around his neck and his upper eye ridge. So I'm like seeing if there's images of that.
Standard Arcturian descriptions are all tall, slender, blue-skinned with large almond eyes and smooth faces. No mention of heavy rolls or folds anywhere in the lore. That neck and upper eye ridge detail sounds like something unique to this one channeling or sighting. Fan art and AI generations stick to the lean, elegant look too. If you want, I can search for specific images or artists who might have drawn something closer to that mixed description.
Yeah, go for it and give me a link.
Nothing in the standard Arcturian lore or images matches heavy rolls around the neck and upper eye ridge. Every source sticks to the tall, lean, smooth-faced, blue-skinned look. No exact matches turned up in searches either. If this came from a specific channeling or sighting, it might be one of a kind. Paste the source text if you have it, and I can dig deeper.
Okay, how about this? What's different type of alien species in the lore that look like Arcturians with the blue skin?
The closest matches in the lore are the Andromedans, tall, lean, pale blue or sky blue skin, often hairless with a very slender, athletic build. Some descriptions of Pleiadians or blue Pleiadians also mention pale blue, gray, or pastel tones. And there's the Uliat from Sirius B, elegant, tall, slim blue humanoids. These all stay smooth-faced and lean, though. No heavy rolls.
Jennifer's like, Dios mío, vista eso un rayo. You seen that in an image? I got the alien in the background. She's talking about lo otro es un Luvia. I don't know what that means.
Dios mío, vista eso un rayo is just Spanish for, my God, look at that lightning. The blue-skinned figure in the background of Jennifer's image sounds like it could be one of those light blue aliens from Lily Nova's sightings. Tall, lean, hairless, in a gray suit. No Liluvia or Luvia alien race shows up anywhere in the lore or searches. If you can describe or paste more from the image, I can narrow it down.
That is interesting that you were able to do the drawing and all. Is this still fresh in your mind where you can do the drawing again?
You know, I think I am going to redo it. think I can do it a lot better now with AI artwork, because back then I was just doing it with on paper with colored pencil. So yeah, and I was actually trying to scour the internet to see if I could find it, because I'm pretty sure I posted it a long time ago when I first drew it, but I can't find anything on it.
Nada Lives is saying, but some of them are over 9 feet tall. Wow.
What are?
The Arcturians.
Yeah, this guy wasn't 9 feet tall. This guy was normal human size.
That's so cool, man. That's so cool. And he didn't even give you a message. He was just like, "Hey, I'm here. You remember me?" Like he's been almost seems like a mentor to you. I mean, how you like initially discussed it.
Yeah, you see, that's the thing that I don't know is, well, I don't know a lot of things about this, but like I don't know if he just made me feel like we were friends, or if I had known him, like if this was an ongoing abduction thing and I was remembering that we were friends. Like I don't know.
When I hear like these kind of scenarios, it does seem like people suggest that is your space family, or where you initially originated from, and that your space family is visiting you and checking up on your progress. Like, do you have that feeling, or something like that?
No, I don't have that feeling, but I've heard other people talk about that, and I really like that concept. Like, yeah, please let me be from another planet and take me home. This place sucks.
Right. I hear you, man. I hear you. That's interesting. It is. What's your profession, if I can ask?
I'm retired now, but I used to be in journalism.
Oh, wow. That's a unique position, especially if you inherently have some gifts in as far as communication wise.
Well, yeah, I work with words.
So that definitely would be one of those perspectives on a lot of these inherit family lineage. They discuss on how to communicate with other people to basically bring up the spirituality of human beings, and like that's
that's interesting.
To get them spiritually more advanced, or I think the biggest thing is we have to learn to love each other, and inherently have that ability to do that. So it's just really cool. I mean, but man, if you've been with the Arcturians, man, that's like top tier ancient advanced kind of scenario right there.
I can't tell you if they were or not. But your AI mentioned like 5 different blue beings. I didn't even know that. Well, I did know a couple of them existed, but 5 of them.
Great point.
Yeah,
hey Ryan, is there a website there that you can show me a list of all the blue aliens that has been documented in the lore and UFO community?
No single website has a clean, official list. Blue aliens are rare in UFO reports and mostly scattered across witness accounts and forums. The best starting point is the Wikipedia page on alleged extraterrestrial beings, though it doesn't list any blue ones specifically. For the actual reports, check nufoc.org, where you'll find cases like the 1996 Pennsylvania cornfield
I
sighting
vaguely
of a
remember of a Galactic Alien Federation list.
Yeah, that rings a bell. It's probably the Galactic Federation of Worlds lists from Elena Danaan and similar channelers. The most detailed one lives on galacticanthropology.org, where they catalog dozens of species with notes on which ones are blue-skinned.
I don't recall that, but that does sound like we're going down that rabbit hole.
I like rabbit holes.
All right, let's see here. This is. He gave me this site. Article. Fairies. Let's see here. Hey, can you give me that direct link? You gave me the website, but I don't see the list of different aliens they have here.
Here's the direct link to the compiled list, galacticanthropology.org. It has an alphabetical overview of Galactic Federation of Worlds members, with notes on skin color where mentioned, like the purple-skinned Aliamiati or the K-Mock humanoids. Scroll down to
I
the
see.
GFW.
I see. So they don't have images. I don't see no images here.
Most entries are text only with no images. A few species do have visuals, though, like the Ashun with an illustration by Elena Danaan herself, or the Crichton and Phi with screenshots from her videos. If you want to see those, I can pull the direct links for the ones that do have pictures.
Sounds like we got a project.
Sounds good. Let's build you a clean list of the blue ones from that Galactic Federation catalog. I'll pull the specific entries with their descriptions and any images that exist. Where do you want to start? By skin tone shade, by how common they are in the reports, or just alphabetically?
Skin tone shades. We're working on blue aliens, and that's yeah.
From the Galactic Anthropology site, the clearest blue-skinned entries are the Adari from Vega, described as brown with bluish shades that shift in the light, linked to India's blue gods like Krishna. There's also the Uliat from Sirius B, tall, slim blue humanoids, and the Shu Ger Horami, 6D blue-skinned beings. The blue avians, or Carré, have blue feathers rather than skin. I can pull the exact pages and any drawings for these if you want to go deeper on one shade first.
Let's do the ones that you just described and images of those. Except that bird one. You're definitely... No, it's not a bird.
The Adari page has Elena Danaan's drawing of an Adari male and a Krishna comparison image. Direct links are in the article I just pulled. The Uliat page has her illustration of the tall, slim, blue humanoid, plus a movie resemblance shot. Shu Ger Horami from Boetz shows up in the big GFW list as 6D blue-skinned beings on a 5D world who keep to themselves, but no dedicated page or image turned up yet. Want me to grab the exact Adari and Uliat article links first so you can see the picture? Adari page is here, galacticanthropology.org. It has Elena Danaan's drawing of an Adari male and a Krishna comparison image. Yuliat page is here, galacticanthropology.org. It has her illustration of the tall, slim blue humanoid, plus a movie resemblance shot. Shuyi Ger Horami still has no dedicated page or image in the catalog.
Oh, so it has the Indian version. Okay. And their normal height. And then this
Adari
dude looks like a vampire.
The Adari drawing on that page doesn't show any vampire look. It's a standard humanoid male with the brown to bluish skin shift. No mention of fangs, pale skin, or Dracula vibes in the description either. If you're seeing that in the image or another source, it might be a different being or your memory mixing two stories. Want me to check the Yuliat drawing next to see if that one fits what you're picturing?
Yeah, is there a list of... Hey, what's going on, sweet bombshell bling? What is going on?
The search turned up a few more blue-skinned ones in the full catalogue. There's the Egeron from the Carina Nebula, blue-skinned humanoids in the Galactic Alliance of Nataru. The Lamhorian from Centaurus are 4-foot-tall, blue-skinned humanoids with fluorescent skin and 3 genders. The Shurem from Centaurus are blue-skinned octopoid humanoids, and the Sobertong Ki from Alpha Centauri are another blue-skinned species. The Zygon from Andromeda have pale blue skin from their planet's air composition. Most of these don't have dedicated pages or images yet, but the main list page covers them. Want me to pull the exact descriptions for any of these?
Do any of them have folding skin and average human height?
None in the Galactic Anthropology Catalog match full lean skin exactly. That phrase doesn't appear. The closest are the Saba El from Cassiopeia, who adapted their skin to blue while hybridizing with local species, and the Shorfar, described as blue-skinned, peaceful, copper-based humanoids. Most others, like the Adari or Lamhorian, are straight humanoids without noted hybrid traits.
And you have one copper skin, peaceful. Like, what's up with that one? Is that the one with the folded skin?
No exact match for Shorfar or folded skin turned up in the Galactic Anthropology Catalog or Elena Danan's sources. The copper-based, peaceful, blue-skinned humanoid I mentioned earlier was likely a misremembered or variant name from the big GFW list, possibly tied to the Saba El hybrids who adapted their skin to blue while mixing with local species. If that rings a bell from a specific page or video, give me the detail and I'll dig deeper.
Yeah, it does sound like your event was very, very unique as far as what they have recorded. I mean, that's pretty wild. It's always really cool to find different type of creatures like that, right? And in your encounters. But it doesn't sound like it was dramatic, you know what I'm saying? It looks like it was a friendly interconnection, you know, like a catching up. That's so cool.
Yeah. And what was I going to say about the? Yeah, I've looked for years and years to see, if other people have been abducted by the same type of aliens, and I've never seen anything else that looks similar.
That's so cool.
To who I experienced.
Yeah, this costume. But yeah, that's definitely so cool, man. It definitely is. It's worth drawing it out. If you have the time to draw it again, that'd be worth to look at. I tell you what. That definitely would be.
Yep. Okay, well, I'm gonna take off now, but it was great hanging out with you.
Most definitely. I thank you for coming up and talking about what your story, your experience.
Yeah. Okay, I'll talk to you later.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, it's super interesting, man, when you can hear someone's story and their experience and discuss it and all. I was trying to get to this one without
Balance
getting
isn't just what's in your account.
flagged
It's
here.
what keeps you steady.
You do this.
Credit isn't just
We recently received an anonymous letter in the mail. We received many letters like this, but this one provided enough information to warrant further study. It told the story of a worker who appeared to have been abducted by aliens. The letter was accompanied by a tape which allegedly shows the abduction. Here is the tape. There are 4 black and white pictures. In the top right quadrant, a worker walks right to left through a gate. He disappears here in a flash of light at 11:16 p.m. The tape continued to run normally until almost 2 hours later. Then the victim reappears in a second flash of light, now in a fetal position. Then moments later, now crouching, he vomits, and seconds later, staggers right to left, out of frame. According to the author of the letter, the footage was copied from a surveillance system. He reports that soon after the incident, the victim abruptly quit his job and moved away. We provided it to some experts for their analysis. Yvonne Smith is a well-known hypnotherapist and UFO researcher. She chairs a support group that counsels abductees. The stories her patients tell bear a striking similarity to the incident on the tape, particularly the victim's disorientation.
I work with many people that they suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder. Something happened to them, externally happened to them, that they don't maybe quite remember, but they know they became ill. They know that, you know, they came back and it was 1 o'clock in the morning, and what happened? I just opened the gate and it was 11:15. And then next thing I remember, it's 1 o'clock in the morning and I'm sick to my stomach.
What happens during the missing time? Abductees claim they've been rendered immobile, transported to a craft, confronted by alien creatures, and taken to an operating room where the real terror begins.
Sperm is taken, ova is taken. I mean, there's a variety of experiments or examinations that take place during the course of an abduction. If during the course of what's happening to them, if they are being given medication, it's no wonder these people are ill.
Is this tape the first photographic evidence of the abduction phenomenon? Bill Schneed holds a PhD in criminology and psychology. As an investigative research analyst, he creates and cracks security systems. According to his preliminary investigation, little conclusive evidence can be drawn from the footage, and yet he believes that it's authentic.
I think if someone was to create this type of thing, it would have been much more professionally done, but it does appear to be an authentic video.
Both experts agree on one thing. If there is no explanation for the flashes and missing time, the tape may be a major breakthrough in abduction research, and for Smith, it could be the proof that validates millions of abduction claims.
This is what we've been waiting for, something that we could get our hands on and say, well, look, we got the time here. There's a flashlight, the power surge, look at this whole thing. Everything went out, you know, and then the guy comes back, it's 2 hours later. Hey, he had 2 hours of missing time. That's not unusual. We have cases upon cases like this. And when here we have it on tape, you know, then if we could interview the guy, if I could do some hypnosis, some therapy with him, and see what happened in those 2 hours of missing time, and we can really put a fantastic case together.
Yeah, that one I want you guys to see, man. That one was really cool. As far as seeing that on security camera and witnessing, and they never found that guy. I really want to know what ever happened to him. But that's interesting that he's like, I'm going to leave now. I'm not going to stay here working this crap anymore. Hey guys, thank you for the likes. Thank you for the shares. I appreciate you guys dropping by. And everything you guys do every day. And just keep posted. Also, if you've been here this long, you are disclosure.
What you know about rolling with the grays and the fleet? When your mind goes blank, got abducted in your sleep. When these humans talk too much, reptilians take a seat. Yeah, I feel like a hybrid in the deep elite. What you know about flying in a plasma stream? When your brain gets zapped, it's the cosmic beam. When the humanoids show up, everything gets serene. I feel like an envoy in a starship dream. She